Hey there, Storm fans. Bryant Cook, and today we are forcing Storm and Vintage Cube. We have a very tough pick in Pack 1, Polluted Delta versus Bergie, and from my previous experience, well, we also have Thousand Year Storm. This is a tough one, but I think Bergie might actually be the best card here if we're going to force Storm. Delta's really good, but Bergie is just on another level. And I think Thousand Year Storm might wheel. The Delta certainly won't. And we just got past a Mox Jet and a Wheel of Fortune. All right, but we just have to take the Jet here. Wow, these packs have been good. Like, that was actually an insane pack. All those signets, too. Jeez Louise. I will certainly take a second pick Mox Jet, though. For sure. Okay, Volcanic Island's an interesting one. So is Yawgmoth's Will. Especially when we're the deck that's looking to discard cards for Horn. So I think we're going to take the will here pretty quickly and just accept that Volcanic Island isn't going to be ours. Pack 4, Turnabout, Breeding Pool, and Dark Slick Shores. So Turnabout's usually really good in the High Tide decks. That said, we're already two other colors, so I don't know if we're going to end up as a Tide deck. But Turnabout's still fairly good on its own. See, that or Dark Slick Shores, which isn't even a fetchable land. I think I'm going to risk it and take the Turnabout here, hoping that we might end up as the Tide deck. And sure enough, we got past the High Tide. Alright, so we're going to try to be the Tide deck here if possible. Blood Crypt is interesting because it does tap for both splash colors despite not being an island for Tide. So I think that might actually be the pick here. Because you can fetch for this and it helps you get away with playing less non-islands for High Tide. It could end up being wrong, but we'll see how this goes. I like the start of this deck, for sure. Brawl and Goblin Electromancer. Well, I'm going to take the Brawl. We are Blue-Red Legends at the moment. I think that's what you can call our deck. Firebluff Canal. Maybe? I mean, we might not end up as the Tide deck. I'm not sure. Let's take Canal for now. You could also play Canal over a mountain that you would have played, and then that way you can cast High Tide off of Canal, and then all your islands tap for more. Or maybe you just end up as straight blue-black and you don't end up playing red for Bergie. We'll see how it goes. Alright, well, 1,000-Year Wheeled. So did Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Crazy people. I'll gladly take that. Okay, so I think we're supposed to take... You could take the Botanical Sanctum in case you end up as the Fast Bond deck. Like, I don't know if I'm ever actually going to board in Damnation, but maybe I will. Take the Thran Dynamo. I'm probably not going to play Thran. I found that it's actually not very good for the most part, but you never know. We'll keep it in the playable section for now. We can always move it to the board. I guess I'll take the Past in Flames. I'm actually not a fan of Past in Flames for the most part in these decks. I found it to just not be very good. It's also possible that we end up as just blue-red splashing the Yawgmoth's Will. Move that to the sideboard. The Forge Master. Gideon Jura. The OG. Believe we're headed into Pack 2 now. So it's worth noting, Goblin Electromancer did not come back to us. It doesn't mean that someone else is playing Storm. Somebody could have just taken it because, you know, there's packs left or picks left, but just worth noting. Brand. I don't know if that's a spell I want to be playing. Could try taking the Charta Course. For Expansion Explosion. I really don't know what the pick is here. Might just be expansion explosion. It's either that or charter course. I think I'm gonna take the expansion explosion. This pack just wasn't very good for us. Spiral is the high tide deck? You shouldn't have. Oh, come on. So now we just need a frantic search. Frantic search and treachery will have all the untap effects. And right now I'm thinking we might just be blue-red splashing will. Oh, I forgot about Palancron. Do I want Palancron or do I want Echo? I normally don't like Palancron, but Echo's not. I mean, we don't have a lot of discard effects. Don't know what to do here. I think I just take the Palancron. Echo might wheel anyway. Ponder. I think I'm going to try to avoid taking block cards now, because I think that I might want to just try to be tied. Take the Ponder. Probably going to move this Thran Dynamo to the sideboard. I think we're probably forced to play red, but there's the possibility that we cut the will. Who knows? Probably not, but it's within the realm. Tendrils. Tendrils is just so good. How do I not take it? Like, I could take the Mystical here, or even the Ragavan. And just as I was ready to cut black, they go ahead and give me Tendrils of Agony. I have to take the Tendrils. Darn it. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to take Treasure Cruise here. You could also take the Chain Lightning to work with your 1,000-Year Storm. Because like Cruise is kind of bad when you're a Yawgmoth's Will Past in Flames deck. Probably supposed to be the Chain. Dark Ritual is a good one. Alright, so I guess we're probably playing black. Who knows? We might still be able to make Tide work. I'm not sure if we actually want anything out of this pack. You could probably just take the Basalt Monolith in case you end up with like Tinker Citadel. Not that we have a whole lot of artifacts anyway. Move that to the sideboard. Let me read Hullbreak Horror again. Yeah, I don't think that's a card we want to be playing, so I think you just take the Whisper. And I'm not even sure if we're going to play it. You could take the Inspired Idea here, like it's fine. Okay, and the Echo Wield. It's unfortunate that the what is it called? Charter Course did not wheel, and we got the Knight's Whisper back, because we could have Charter Course discard Echo, and then turn 3 have Echo available. That would have been a possibility. Cabal Ritual lapped. Wow. Okay, so we got kind of lucky on that one. None of these matter. Sure, we'll take light up the stage. Okay. Plasm's a pretty good sideboard card, actually. I don't mind that one coming back to us for a 15th pick. And the final pack. Is there anything I want out of this pack? Probably the Vista. The best fetch land, especially when we don't have a lot of duels. Preordain's looking pretty good here. We don't nearly have the artifacts to support Academy. Yeah, I think it's Preordain. Okay, that was my selection. Probably not going to play the Chain Lightning if I'm being honest with myself. Brainstorm and Inquisition are both fairly good. I think we take the Brainstorm. Okay, Wishclaw Talisman. Empty stinks. I don't want Empty in my deck. So I think we just take the Wishclaw. And I am way more into black than I expected to be. It's possible that I just don't play some of this top-end stuff. Like the Expansion Explosion, the Palancron. Might not play the Echo. I think we could still end up as the high tide blue deck, but we would need a lot of insane picks at this point. And unfortunately, none of these are it. You could like maybe take the Arid Mesa to fetch for the Blood Crypt. Or the Ridge. I think the Ridge is likely just the selection here. Force a negation. Bargain stinks. I really don't want to play Bargain, but maybe I'm supposed to take it. I'll take it. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually play it. Bargain is just secretly like one of the worst storm engines in the cube. Mana Flare and Lion's Eye Diamond. I do like Lion's Eye Diamond as the Yawgmoth's Will deck, so I'm going to grab that. Thank you. Alright, and if I'm being honest with myself, I don't think I'm playing Palinchron, Echo, or this Expansion Explosion. I think if you ended up as the Tide deck, Expansion Explosion ends up being okay. But being the Tide deck without actually having Frantic Search isn't that good. So, it is what it is. You could also like try to just be like blue-black Tide and try cutting the red spells altogether. And then bringing back Palinchron, which is also a possibility. So these would be the red spells, and if you do that, you can bring back Palinchron here. I think we just take Fast Bond. Fast Bond is one of my favorite Cube Storm cards, but we are so far out of green that I don't think that's realistic. I'm gonna take the Petal, especially as the Yawgwill deck. And there's the Overgrown Tomb after I just passed the Fast Bond. Well, I don't really want any of these cards anyway. Blooming Marsh 2, just rubbing my nose in it. Okay. Take the Cliffs, maybe? Guess I take Empty, but that card stinks. Take Questing Beast because I hate losing to it. Just deny some poor soul out there the ability to Questing Beast me. Llanowar Elves is probably a little bit better. And the Nasty Terrasty is my 45th pick. I wouldn't have it any other way. So our deck started fairly strong, and I think it kind of leveled out. We didn't get a whole lot of great cards in the last few packs. But it's probably fine. We're at 29 right now with 5 lands. And 4 of those 5 lands are red. So I think we can probably cut the Past in Flames. Part of me just wonders if we could end up as blue-red. Just like splashing these 2 cards. Or I'm sorry, blue-black splashing those 2 cards. I misspoke. Because like Berkey and Wheel are both very, very powerful. So that'd be 26 with 5 lands. So that's only 21. We actually need more playables. So if we have to play more cards, Thousand Year Storm can come back. Is Empty better than Past in Flames or Expansion Explosion? Because we could run this as 24. Let's add basic lands. I don't know if we can beat the Tide deck. That's 16 with 6 islands. Not a lot. Add in another island. So that's 17. How many black sources do we actually have? I wonder if I can cut a swamp for another island. That's 7 black sources right now. 8, 9. Yeah, I think I can cut a swamp for another island. Wrong way there. Okay, so that gives me 8 islands, which might be enough for high tide. Oh, I definitely don't need 2 mountains. Let's get one of those out of here. 6 red sources for 4 cards. And then we have a similar number for black. In theory, you could run something like Basalt Monolith to accelerate into Thousand Year or Bargain. Maybe that's the play. Or do we want land 17? I think 16 is probably fine. Alright, let's try this out. Hopefully we can at least 2-1 this league. I hope you enjoyed the draft. Stick around and watch our rounds play out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. That said, there's no better way of showing your support than becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks, and we get to keep making combo content. The perks get better and better each level you go up. They also stack. To start off, with our Storm Fan tier, you unlock our private members section of our Discord, which comes with a highlighted user profile and then some awesome badges and emotes for YouTube. Looking for sideboard help? Become a Stormtrooper, our middle tier, for 2 sideboard guides of your deck choice every single month, on top of 50% off donation decks. Did we mention you also get 10% off merchandise from our shop? With our top tier, the Combo Cabal, you get a free donation deck every single month, 15% off merchandise from our shop, early access to private deck lists, and the most valuable perk in my opinion, videos early. That's right, you heard it, early access to all videos. But maybe sweet perk, secret deck list, early access to videos isn't for you, but you'd still like to show your appreciation. Make sure to check out theepicstorm.com/shop for card singles and Storm swag. Please don't forget to use your membership discounts. Finally, if you want to see your combo deck here on this very YouTube channel, make sure to visit theepicstorm.com/donation decks, where all you have to do is attach your TXT file and pick a donation tier. With our Epic tier, you can even join me in a video to showcase your bold brew in person and explain the ins and outs of your strategy. Card availability won't be an issue due to our new sponsor, Card Hoarder. With Card Hoarder, renting is super easy. If you're looking to get into Magic Online, there isn't a better, more affordable solution than Card Hoarder. Fun fact, you can rent the Epic Storm for 7 tickets a week, which is just a great deal. There are many ways you can support us. Just pick whatever is best for you. In the meantime, let's play some Magic. Welcome to match number 1. We're on the play versus Wizards of the Coast Ben L. Probably Ben Lundquist if I had to guess. Sure, let's try this. We really want to find High Tide with this hand, because we have, if we find Tide, we have Turnabout into Time Spiral, which is pretty powerful. So that is our main objective right now. Okay. Blood Crypt, go. Let's see what Ben's playing. Misty Pass. Classic. Draw. Preordain's a pretty good one for finding High Tide. So this would give me 5 mana next turn into the bargain. That's not bad. So I think we keep these. And then just pass the turn. Next turn I'll probably brainstorm looking for more acceleration. And discards. Okay. Interesting. Expansion Explosion, okay. Let's see if my brainstorm resolves. And it does. We hit Dark Ritual, so I can accelerate into Bargain right now. I don't know if it will resolve, but you never know. Dark Ritual, Ball Ritual, and Bargain. Did you keep your hand because they had a force in it? They didn't! Let's just pass. I don't need to draw right now. You can untap, draw some cards, and party. And our opponent has conceded the game. Game 1 goes to the good guys. Alright, so we have no clue what our opponent's playing. That said, I don't think we're supposed to change our deck at all. Let's just hit submit. Game number 2 against Ben. And we've opened up a hand that's a little bit clunky. We do have a Night's Whisper to maybe help smooth some things out. I don't really know how I feel about this. I think I'm supposed to mulligan. It's just too clunky. And this hand is much, much better. Let's keep this. Bottom the bargain. Let's party. Alright. Basic Mountain. Ragavan. Okay. Old Rags to Riches. Player Blood Crypt and pass the turn. Okay. Hopefully nothing too good is revealed to the Ragavan. If I lose this game, I might need... Oh, Ponder! Come on! Free card advantage, just like Legacy. Alright. Whoa, this is Legacy. Look at the start. Oh. Alright, so... We're up against a wall right now, but if we lose this game, I'm going to need to bring an empty so I don't just auto-lose to Ragavan. Okay, draw. Lifts. I don't think it really matters what land I play here. Next turn, I think I'm going to play the Island, Cabal Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond, and Wheel, hoping to hit. I'm not sure. Alright, so what is this? Rabble. Yeah, the clock's coming. So this is a hit for 4 plus a treasure. Not looking good for the home team. Island. Draw. Ooh, Bergie was a good one. Alright, so if I go Ritual Bergie floating 1, I can play Diamond. But unfortunately, I'm a mana short of Wheel. So I think what I'm going to do here is try to play Bergie pass and see if she lives. Okay, the Berg. Alright, our opponent still has 5 cards in hand as well. What is this? Repeal. Okay. So I can still play Bergie into Wheel next turn. And I don't think I'm dead from here, but I could be wrong. Alright, so the Goblin swings in for 4. Yeah. Not dead the Lightning Bolt either, but they still have 3 cards. Come on, sack your treasures. So they probably have interaction if that's the case. Assault Monolith. Player land. Let's turn on Cabal Rit. Oh no, did I just mess up? I guess I can play the LED to make it red. Yeah, I did mess up a little bit. Because I should have tapped the island. It's fine though. Diamond. Auto yield. Okay. And now we have to hope our opponent just has straight nothing. Holding priority. And I'm going to sacrifice this diamond for black. If they have a counter spell, we're dead. Alright, add 3 black. And does my wheel resolve? It does! How about that? Lotus Petal makes another red here. But I'm going to need this Brainstorm to carry me. Because these cards won't do it. So we're at Storm 6. Storm 7 will be Brainstorm. Okay, come on, Brainstorm. Be good to me. Right? Ooh, not good enough. Unfortunately, this isn't going to get the job done. We've played our land, so we have to go to a game 3. Alright, so... Oh no, we already had empty in our deck. I wonder if I want the Pyroclasm. I think I might. Let's cut the inspired idea. Let's try this out. Whoops. Wrong button. Not enough blue mana there. Should have known to sacrifice the LED for blue instead of black, not playing towards Yawgmoth's Will or Tendrils to win the game. That's a bummer. We just happened to draw a bunch of blue cards there. Actually, a Wishclaw Talisman also would have won the game. We had some outs there. But we're on the play for game 3. This is definitely a keep. Alright, opponent takes a mulligan to 6. Okay, let's start it off. Island past the turn. I'm going to hold the brainstorm till turn 2, because if I draw something really good, I want to be able to put it on top, so that way I can wheel into it later. And the monkey. Sure. Turnabout. Okay. I might brainstorm just putting the land on top. I think I'm just going to let the monkey hit me. I'm going to regret this. Once again, it's the ponder. Classic. Uh. Okay. What is this? Decides to cast ponder. And they shuffle. Signet. Okay. So I think we have a decent window here. I'm going to cast the brainstorm. A whole bunch of lands. We'll put the turnabout on the bottom, so that way I draw into it post wheel. And I think I'm actually not going to sacrifice the Lion's Eye Diamond. Maybe that's crazy, but I feel like it's sort of wasteful, but I could be wrong. Should I? Because if I hit will, it's insanely good. Screw it. Wheel of Fortune. And I get punished again for not doing blue. Alright, well I guess I can play the Basalt Monolith. Okay, and let's just pass the turn. Unfortunate that I don't have another island. The next turn I can sacrifice the Lotus Petal to cast High Tide. But I don't know if that's really worth it. It's interesting that they have Desperate, Pyrotic, and Seething Song in their deck. Alright, so they played another mountain. What do you have in store? 3 mana, 4 mana? Cough. Okay. So I'll take 6 here, and then Ragavan will create a treasure. On my turn, my best draw is probably a basic island. So we have 8 of them in the deck. We have 3 of them removed. Dark Ritual. Aw, that's a good one. Okay, take a draw here. Ding! Okay. So let's sacrifice this. Cast the High Tide. Alright, so now we tap these and play Brawl. Floating a blue. Alright. And now we will turnabout, targeting us. Float a blue. Land. Untap. Cast Preordain. Increase that storm count a little bit. Ooh, the Berg. Alright, I want to think about this. So we have 4 mana. 5, 6, 9. Alright, so I think I'm gonna front half Bergy here. Tap for red, and then colorless. Play Bergy. I was trying to see if I could back half it, but I'm actually just short on mana and I can't do that. But I can cast Time Spiral floating a black. And a red. Okay, so this will resolve and we'll untap our 4 lands. I got the Tendrils back, how lucky. Okay. So now we need to get up to enough mana to 1,000-Year Storm. So I have 6, 8 mana. So that's enough to cast this into Cabal Ritual. Red, red, and then use the blue. Actually, I should probably float a blue because the Bergie's going to make a red that I can then use for the Cabal Ritual. Cast Cabal Ritual, floating the blue. Okay. Here we go. So much black mana. Cast Wishclaw. This Brainstorm cannot deck me. Would just like to point that out. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune would deck me. Let's not cast that. In theory, if I wanted to, I could shuffle my deck with the Wishclaw Talisman and quit drawing the lands over and over, but it's just not worth doing. Okay, Mox Jet. And let's just chicken tendies. Let's get this match over with. Ding dong. And that is match number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Match number 2 will be up in just a second. If you haven't joined them already, I would recommend opening up our description down below and joining our 7 social media networks. They're each great in their own way, but I would strongly suggest joining our Discord server. In there, you will find others just like you looking to improve their Storm game and grow as a combo community. If you're a member of our YouTube channel, you should sync your account to Discord to unlock our private member section that has the latest and greatest deck lists, concepts, and much, much more. Let's get back to comboing out. Match number 2 when we're on the play. We have the 1,000-Year Storm with a way of accelerating into it. This might be fine. We do need to hit land number 3 on curve for the Basalt Monolith. Okay, we have a few opportunities to hit here. Things could get a little bit dicey. Mutavault. Classic. Alright, speaking of dicey, here we are. About to miss our 3rd land. And this Basalt Monolith would have been land number 17. That said, it was slightly better in that other game. Draw. Egg on my face. We're just going to lose the mono red because we didn't draw our land. Oh, there is it. Okay. Still just going for Mutavault Beatdown. Draw. Ugh. Get rid of this disgusting Palinchron. Never casting that garbage. Okay. Yep, Mutavault going to town. I get it. Draw. Hey, there's an island. Salt Monolith. That was an F6. That's interesting. Lesnia Signet. Okay. So we're probably going to be able to resolve 1,000-Year Storm here, but we need a black source. So that way next turn we can Cabal Ritual, make a bunch of mana. So I think the plan right now is next turn High Tide Inspired Idea, which would draw 6 cards. Ooh. Well, the mountain doesn't matter anymore, so that's not that big of a deal. Okay. And now Mutavault's getting in again. Draw. There we go. High Tide. Okay. Let's fetch, grab a mountain. And then Inspired Idea, which will draw 6. Okay. So we've played a land. Now we can Cabal Ritual, which will be copied 3 times. We do have Lotus Petal in our deck, and Lion's Eye Diamond to filter colors. Wishclaw Talisman. Drum's only 4 here. We have Mox Jet. Not sure what to do. I could get Petal and then try to preordain into LED Will. Because I'll get 5 preordains with the sculpting with only 20 cards. So I don't feel like that's actually unreasonable. Plus, like, I might be able to hit some other Storm stuff in there to get to 10 Storm for Tendrils. Okay. So let's try the preordains. I thought I would get... I'm sorry. I thought I was getting 5, but I forgot that Petal doesn't count for 1,000-Year Storm. Let's bottom these. Okay, you drew a 3rd land. These cards don't help. It's looking a little grim right now. Come on, give me Yogwill. Yikes. Bottom. Dark Ritual's good. Preordained? Do I take the diamond? I think I do. I'm at 9 life, and I've gone through a bunch of my deck at this point. So what I can do is Dark Ritual into Will, draw some cards. Diamond. Play the bargain. That's Storm 9. Actually, I just have Storm 10 Tendrils. Don't even need to find the Will. There we go. Oh, and I have 1000-year. I completely forgot about 1000-year Storm copying Tendrils. I probably had the win a while ago. My bad. But didn't matter. Had it all. Always had an easy game. All that BM stuff. Enough of the faux trash talking. Let's just go to the next game. I got a little bit lucky there. Okay. This seems fine. Keep. Scalding Turn. Pass. No Mutavault. Preordain. Don't think we want either of those. Bottom. Blood Crypt was a reasonable draw. Okay, and they picked up Volcanic Island. There's our good friend Mutavault. Is it Signet? Draw. So I could play the Blood Crypt here going down to 7 cards. This would bring me down to 6 plus 2. So I'd have to discard if I played the Whisper. Question, is it just worth it? I think it might be. I'll go to 16 with Bargain, which isn't great, but I think we just want to be more proactive. 2 lands, jeez. Discard this mount. For all Mox. What did they... Mystic Confluence, okay. Power Stone again. Draw. That was a good one. So I can try to go off next turn, but I can't do it right now. So next turn I can go High Tide, Turnabout into Spiral. And they're going to get in there. I can also end step Turnabout them. And the following turn, if they don't do anything here, if they're just going to hold open counter spells. Yeah. Alright. So draw. I don't need to go for it. It's fine. Let's see what they do here. Signet, okay. So this actually works because if I Turnabout them, it's going to prevent 2 damage and shut off these signets. Okay, well, you've mana leaked me. That happened. Alright, so they're going to attack here, and then they'll still have 2 mana open. So if they have another mana leak effect, they'll get me. Draw. Okay, so I think I'm going to get another island here, just so that way the time spiral's a little bit more effective. It's really going to pinch me on this colored mana, though. Alright, let's float a black. Spiral, please resolve. Don't have it. Okay. Good job not having it. Untap. Another Turnabout's pretty good. You can play 1000-Year Storm? I like that. So this is 10 mana. So yeah, that does cast the Turnabout. Now we'll target ourselves, and we get to copy this. And our opponent just conceded, so we're 2-0. Hell yes. Love to see it. All right, only one more match left to go. Let's see if we can get that draft trophy. Storm's pretty good in all formats, I have to say. Hey, you're still watching. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you're looking to make a purchase from Card Hoarder, TCG Player, or Amazon and are looking to support us, you can open up our description down below, and in there you will find our affiliate links. Those same links are found on the homepage of the Epic Storm, But that's not all. We've included a card hoarder button on our website that will load the Epic Storm in your card hoarder cart to make life simple for you. Match number 3 for the trophy. Can we do it? And here we have High Tide, this crappy Empty the Warrens and Bargain again. I think we probably keep this. When I'm taking a mulligan. Whoops. Hit my phone. Sorry about that. Play the Blood Crypt and pass the turn. Mox Sapphire. That's a pretty good one. Nice start. Very good start. And we have a slow, clunky hand, so I am not loving this. Okay. Creeping Tarpet. Are you a control deck or a combo deck? Knight's Whisper's pretty good. I think I'm going to cast it. Pass the turn. What are you doing? They're a combo deck. I am nervous. Okay. I believe they're a combo deck at least. Do you vamp for Urza Saga? That can't be right. What is this? Tezzeret. Okay. That is a reasonable vamp target. Interesting. They didn't plus. They have 2 cards in hand. See what our draw step does. A whole lot of nothing. So I could play Island, tap Island, cast Tide, play Dark Ritual, and that would give me 7 mana. So then I could draw a bunch of cards. Football Ritual, Petal. Like, in theory, I could draw a whole lot of cards in Tendrils. I just don't know if I'm supposed to go for it here. I feel like maybe I am. I'd have to hit like everything I need in the top half of the deck. So basically there's 10 cards we can't draw. I guess it's better to float the blue because both Petal and Mox Jet. Ooh, that was a good one. We can just add 3 black with this now. Okay, so now Yogg-Will immediately became very good. Okay, Bargain, this league has seemed better than it's ever seemed for me before, so who knows? Maybe I spoke too early, but let's go. Ponder. Ball Ritual has Threshold. There's no reason to cast it right now, though. I should wait and see what I find first. Wishclaw can get Yogg-Will. Okay. Time Spiral. Petal. I think we got it. Wow. Maybe I've just been trashing Yawgmoth's Bargain unfairly for years. Okay, still no Yogg-Will. Gonna go to 2 life here. And Chicken Mother Effin' Tendies. Alright, let's cast the Cabal Ritual. We do have Threshold. We can sacrifice this for blue. Turnabout ourselves. Land. Untap. Cast Preordain. Just increasing storm count at this point. Bottom. Ponder. Let's shuffle. Why not? Brainstorm's pretty good. Might as well cast it. Into Yogg-Will that I'm not going to show my opponent. Alright. Let's cast the Chicken Tendies. Hell yes. Alright, 1 game away. I think I'm just gonna click submit. Like, our board isn't that good, so let's just play with the cards we have, right? Like, you could argue that maybe you should board an Expansion Explosion, but maybe that's a better card than empty. It's too late. Sure. We're just gonna draw High Tide. No big deal. Island into top. You got it. High Tide. I'm just gonna say at every draw step. Okay. All these islands and no tide. Another signet? Sure. Draw. Oh, I forgot to say high tide there. I jinxed it. Okay. It looks like storm. Spinning top. And they're drawing off top. Interesting. Mana Vault, okay. We're just sort of flooding here a little bit. Not quite what I expected when I kept this hand. Alright, you have a bunch of mana. What are you going to do with it? I'm afraid. Mirrored Battlesphere. Okay. Come on, deck. Please give me High Tide. They have 2 cards in hand. Tide. Tide. Tide! Just have to pass. Alright, so they're taking 1 off of the Mana Vault. What are you doing? Okay. That doesn't really affect me here. Alright, so now I can tap their creatures. Or I can just let it happen. And then how big would this become? So I'd essentially take 10? Is that how it works? I think I'd take 10. Yeah, so this wouldn't even be lethal. And then next turn... Yeah, okay, I'm just going to take the damage, because the milling doesn't matter when I have Time Spiral in hand. Alright, so they're going to tap 4. It's going to get plus, and then I'll take... yeah, so this doesn't matter. Now I mill 10. I'm just hoping to draw High Tide. And they milled Tide. Okay. So Cabal Ritual or Dark Ritual? Or I guess we have Cabal Ritual, so Dark Ritual will be our best draw. And actually, they helped me. I didn't even think of that with the Cabal Ret. Alright, so let's start off by casting Cabal Ritual. Okay. Might as well play Island. Turnabout myself for Storm. It also makes 1 mana. Land, untap. Red, bunch of blue. And let's cast it. I think I want to leave another blue floating. Ooh, I need to spend 1 more. Okay, we have 4 blue sources here. I'm not going to leave a blue floating. And I think that means that we're going to get the trophy here. As long as I don't misplay it. From 3. From 4. From 5. Let's play Brawl. From 6. From 7, Ponder. Ooh, that was a good one. No. It's from 8. It's from 9. And even if they counter this, let's say they have Force Will, I would still have it. Okay, and now black, black. We might as well play out the Basalt Monolith for Storm. And then Chicken, Mother effing Tendies down the league. 3-0, get that vintage trophy. Love to see it. How about those apples? Boom. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Keep storming. Have a great day, and happy holidays. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.